The North East MEP Jonathan Arnott has been talking to Fergus Hewison, and Fergus started by asking him what he would do if he was the government.
Well, there's two things. Firstly, we've got really a perfect storm as far as state aid is concerned. We've got temporary issues like the high pound, like Chinese dumping, like the high cost of raw materials at present, which mean that actually it is in our interest to provide that state aid to keep the plant going for as long as it needs to become competitive again, and to make sure those skills don't disappear from our economy. So we need to provide targeted state aid, and the other thing that we need to do, because it's such an energy intensive industry, is that we need to make sure that we keep energy prices down, and that means that we've got to stop going for the most expensive kinds of energy.
Are ministers right to say that EU state aid rules prevent them intervening to save the plant?
Well, that's half true, I suppose. Article 107 of the Treaty on the Functioning of the European Union makes it clear that you've got to go to the Commission and ask permission. We've got to ask Brussels' permission to help our own business. That's the problem with the European Union. If you ask for that permission, then there are various criteria which the Commission uses to judge whether or not it can approve it. It is a tough sell for the government to make, but the government aren't even trying. That says something to me. They should be trying. We shouldn't have to go to the Commission. We should be able to do it for ourselves. But bottom line is, the government isn't really looking after the interests of workers on Teesside.
Ministers would argue that their hands are tied. What would UKIP do at this point? I mean, obviously you would like to not have to go to the Commission, but that is a fact. That's what we have to do. What would UKIP do?
Well, UKIP are opposed to our membership of the European Union. We would say to Brussels, we are doing this. And actually what we're seeing is, being in the European Union is costing us jobs here in Redcar.
Well, UKIP Euro MP Jonathan Arnott